Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Monday. It is Monday, the 10th day of April, 2023. I hope that this Monday finds you all safe and healthy and that you had a good, safe, healthy, fruitful, wonderful, fabulous weekend. Hopefully, you and your family are healthy and safe today, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food and shelter and clothing, as well as health, are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field every day, every weekend, always trying to save lives. And those also who pick up garbage for us to keep streets and sidewalks and parks and recreation places and clean and disease free. And those also that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings upon the men and women that are out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and the children who are the victims of child molestation, abuse, and pedophilia. The victims also of pornography and child pornography. The victims of human trafficking and sex slavery. The victims of prostitution and child prostitution. Double curses on the perpetrators. Double curses on those profiteers, double curses on those perverts that all combine and conspire to create this heinous industry. Finally, blessings upon the homeless. There are nearly 600,000 men, women, and children, and again, mostly children, living in the streets of the United States, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. The final basketball game of the regular season for the New York Knicks was played yesterday. The Knicks lost to the Indiana Pacers 141-136. But the Knicks ended up with 47 wins. We had predicted a minimum of 45. So they outperformed what we predicted, or as you could look at it, performed as we predicted. Yesterday's loss was interesting. It was telling. I have been one who has been speaking against playing Evan Fournier. From the time Tom Thibodeau announced the change of the rotation back in December and put Fournier on the end of the bench. And again, this is nothing personal against Evan Fournier. He looks like a really cool cat. He looks like a guy that fits in New York in terms of the culture. But his defensive deficiencies do not overtake the time-to-time outbursts he had in terms of three-point shooting. And he's that 1 weak link that causes a collapse in the defense. So yesterday, and this is not hard. Let's look at the starters for Indiana: Nwora, Aaron Nesmith, Isaiah Jackson, Nimhart, and Ben Mathurin. Right? They were respectively -13, -19, -11, -3, and then Ben Mathurin was +3. That was their starters. Look at the Knicks starters: Obi Toppin, Mitchell Robinson, R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, Quentin Grimes. Here are their plus minuses: +7, +18, +7, +9, +14. What does that tell you? That the Knicks starters were dominating, and they were, the Indiana Pacers starters. Sometimes the plus minus can be subjective. I agree. But in this case, it actually does tell the story. Let's look at the bench for the Indiana Pacers. The bench, the people that got at least 10 minutes of time: Brissett, George Hill, Buddy Held, and G. York, the 29-year-old rookie. +4, +14, +29, +18, +8. That's the Indiana bench. What about the New York bench? This is Hartenstein, McBride, Fournier, Hart. -23, -12, -16, -29. What does that tell you? That tells you that the Indiana bench was destroying the New York bench. Now, let's not get carried away. This is not your regular New York bench. Why? Because Evan Fournier played 12 minutes, and that was 12 minutes too much. They gave Josh Hart a quick hook last night. So he played 26 minutes, but he was out, and he was -29. Just wasn't having a good game. So it's not indicative. I don't want anybody to think this is what the Knicks are going to look like going into the playoffs. Because first of all, it wasn't the regular way they played together in terms of group. Tom Thibodeau is big into groups. It wasn't the way the group played. They weren't even playing with their regular group. Okay? But he was getting Obi Toppin 37 minutes yesterday. And again, he was +7, 34 points, 5 3-pointers, 7 boards. We were just talking about this. I was upset yesterday. Because when they signed Isaiah Roby, I see the writing on the wall for Obi. Look, I don't know what the Don's going to do here. Because I'm thinking of it from his perspective. A lot of people don't do that. Take the time to think of it from the perspective of your president of basketball operations, who holds the power. The only person in the Knicks basketball organization more powerful than Leon Rose is the owner, James Dolan. And the owner basically have given him the Pharaoh's ring and say, okay, you're in charge, Joseph. Do your thing. Okay? So Leon's got power. Now, this is his dilemma. He's got $100 million investment in Julius Randle. That's a $100 million investment. That's what Julius Randle represents. And he has drafted Obi Toppin 8th overall because he had planned, before he gave Julius Randle the $100 million, he had planned on starting Obi Toppin and letting him be the power forward of the future. So now you have a problem. Julius Randle becomes a 2-time All-Star in 3 seasons. He's possibly going to be All-NBA again, second time in 3 seasons. Okay? He has issues. We'll talk about that. But now you have Obi Toppin. When he gets a chance to get 30 minutes plus a game, he's dropping 30. I don't care who's against. If you give this young man 30 plus minutes, he's dropping 30. Okay? And he's going to get you, he's not as strong a rebounder as Julius Randle. But 7 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 turnover, no technicals, no arguing with the refs. 13 of 23 from the field, 5 3-pointers, +7. That's what he's going to get you. So now you got a decision to make. Okay, you got a decision to make. The decision, as we talked about, is threefold. 3-4 parts here. Either you trade Randle, or you trade Obi, or you trade a third player that can allow both of them to play, which would be R.J. Barrett. And I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do. Okay? But they just brought on Isaiah Roby for the end of the bench of power forward when you already got Jericho Sims that could play power forward. They ain't stupid. So something's going on. Okay? Yeah. So the bench unit really, got eaten alive yesterday, and that's what cost us the game. At the end of the game, Tibbs had McBride, Grimes, Quickly, Barrett, and Toppin, I think, or Robinson and Toppin. And they was trying to come back from the deficit created by the bench. But they obviously didn't. But that's neither here nor there. I would have liked him to get 48 wins. That would have been great. But I did project 47 to 48 wins. Some of y'all was jumping on that 50 bird because y'all was hyped. But I told you 47, 48 wins. And we had 47. The Knicks did great this year. They did great. So, and I'm telling you, this same team, if brought back next year, is a 50-win team. It's a 50-win team, okay? This same team with no adjustments. 50-win team, all right? But I have a feeling there's going to be some changes this summer. Now, some of y'all still don't understand, or you just refuse to understand. You cannot keep Obi Toppin playing 12 minutes a game. You cannot do it, okay? You cannot. You can't even say, well, let's play Julius Randle 24 and Obi 24. Tom Thibodeau's system doesn't work that way. His starters are going to do like what starters did yesterday. Obi Toppin played 37. Mitch Robin played 27. RJ played 37. Quick played 37. Grimes played 32. That's how Tom Thibodeau rolls. That's how most coaches in the NBA roll, honestly. So no, they're not going to platoon Julius Randle and Obi Toppin. Somebody got to go. Okay? Obi's 25. He will be 26 in 2024 in March. He cannot sit here playing 12 minutes a game when he could drop 30 if given 30 minutes. Okay? So the likelihood is the $100 million investment in Julius Randle is what they're going to keep. With the thought that they need another star to go with Brunson and Randle. That's probably, I'm just trying to be real, that's probably what they're going to do. Okay, that's probably what they're going to do. But for now, we ain't got to worry about that right now, honestly, because we get ready to face the Cavaliers, and I love our matchups with the Cavaliers. I love it. First off, Brunson, playoff Brunson, let's just be real about it. Playoff Brunson dusts playoff Donovan Mitchell. Playoff Donovan Mitchell ain't in the same class as playoff Brunson. Now, regular season Donovan Mitchell, oh, he's all NBA. Yes, he is. But playoff Donovan Mitchell is not playoff Jalen Brunson. And we got playoff Jalen Brunson. Okay? He's going to be well rested. He's going to be hungry. Last time he came well rested, homie dropped 48. We win that one. We win that matchup. Okay? We're going to win that matchup. I'm taking Mitch Rob yesterday, 27 minutes, 20 rebounds, 14 on the offensive end, plus 18. Yeah, he need to work on his baby hook, but I'll take a 20 rebound dude any day of the week, especially when he's getting 14 offensive boards. Okay? I like our chances against Jarrett Allen. Jarrett Allen, a former All-Star, $100 million player. We paying Mitch Rob $60 million. Some of y'all talking about overpay. Some of y'all stupid. No, I like that. I like that matchup. Give me Mitch Rob every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Okay? Give me him. So we good there. The real only question is Mr. Rowan. That's the only question. Mr. Rowan Barrett. Mr. Rowan Barrett, 22 years old. We don't know what we're going to get from Rowan. I'm talking about like consistently. As far as attitude, he's going to be steady, rock steady all the time. That's Rowan Barrett. But is he going to go 0 for 9 from 3? Or is he going to hit 4 or 5 from 3? I mean, I don't know. Is he going to be able to hang defensively, against Cleveland? Because Cleveland, they got, you got to guard Karis LeVert. You got to guard, you're going to have to guard a Darius Garland. You're going to have to guard. Now, Isaac Okoro, this no problem. The Knicks should be putting Jalen Brunson on Isaac Okoro. He's the worst offensive player they have. Great defensive player. But he's the worst offensive player they have. He's not going to kill us. I'd let Isaac Okoro shoot threes all day, all night. That's no problem. But I need RJ to guard Darius Garland. I need him to guard Darius Garland. It's the playoffs. Julius Randle is going to want to redeem himself from the flop that was 2 years ago against Atlanta. Okay. Now we didn't have Mitch Rob then. We're gonna have Mitch Rob now, but he's going to want to redeem himself. I gotta believe Juju is going to come out as All NBA Juju, especially now he got Jalen Brunson beside him. Okay, and he's got Mitchell Robinson behind him. I gotta believe. Now he's got Quentin Grimes. I like that matchup. So Evan Mobley, I still think Evan Mobley is like a leopard that hasn't lost his spots yet. He's still a cub. When he becomes a full-grown leopard, the NBA is going to have a serious problem. Evan Mobley, I liked him coming out of the University of Southern California. I knew he was going to be that dude. He is that dude. But right now, he can still be had. And that's why I'm depending on Juju. He's length now. He can play. The boy can play. But I still like Juju in that situation. The strength, the power, the quickness, the overwhelming, especially in the playoff scenario where you're going to see a lot of physicality. I like Juju in that one, okay? So that's all good. Now, Isaac Okoro, they're probably going to have Okoro trying to guard Brunson. This is the key for the playoff series. There's going to be a lot of chess moves. See, this ain't the NBA regular season where any given night, right? Any NBA team can beat any other NBA team. This is not that. This is a 7-game series. You are focused on each other alone for 7 games, okay? So just as a chess game, adjustments going to be made. The key here, 2 keys for the Knicks. First key, Grimes, Quentin Grimes. That's why I was hyping him so much, and I told you I watched him for the playoffs. Quentin Grimes. See, they're going to put Okoro on Brunson. They're probably going to try Okoro. They're probably going to try a little Darius Garland. They're going to try a little Karis LeVert, a little height, a little length on him. They're going to do that. But who they going to guard? Who they going to have to guard Grimes? Because Grimes is a 3-level scorer. And I believe Grimes he's not going to shrivel up and shrink in the playoffs. Grimes is going to be a problem. And if they don't watch Grimes, he can help us win this series. All things being equal. Second key is the real bench of the New York Knicks. The real bench, like what you saw yesterday, that was starting, is really mob deep on the starting lineup that we had because you had Obi and you had IQ. So now you bring IQ, Obi, Hart, and Hartenstein. That's your regular mob deep. That's one of the best benches in the NBA. Now the Cavs have a good bench as well, no doubt. You know, Karis LeVert, Sadi Osman, Sadi Osman. I said his name wrong. Sadi Osman, Wade. You know, Lamar Stevens, Ricky Rubio. They got a nice bench, man. They do. But I still favor the New York bench. So this is the key here. I'm telling you right now, it's Monday. I'm not going to even wait till the end of the week. I'm going to just tell you, Knicks in 6. There ain't no slogan either. Knicks in 6. They're not going 7. Knicks in 6. And don't let, the key here is that the Knicks can obtain a split in Cleveland. If they can obtain a split in Cleveland, they're going to win this series in 6 games. See, Cleveland's got to handle their home court. Otherwise, there's going to be a problem. And do not let the Knicks get both games in Cleveland and then coming back to Madison Square Garden. Knicks in 6, yo. That's what I'm saying. Knicks in 6. I'm going Knicks in 6. And then the Knicks will play the Bucks. Okay, fine. The Bucks are going to be without Chris Middleton probably. And even if they have him, he's not going to be full strength. But that doesn't matter. The Bucks are still a championship team without Chris Middleton. Yes, he's an important part of what they do. But he has been out so much. And they still are the top team in the East. They got the best, let's say, top 3 player on the planet Earth in Giannis Antetokounmpo. And then they still got all NBA level Jrue Holiday, all NBA defense in Lopez. They got, you know, a guy that's also not IQ, but he's definitely in that conversation as a top 3 or 4 6-man of the year, Bobby Portis. Shooters and the dirty player from Duke. You know, I mean, they got stuff, man. So they could win this thing. So that's the toughest matchup. What's that boy's name? Grayson Allen, yeah, Dirty Grayson. And then they got Joe Ingles, who can shoot the lights out. Pat Connaughton. They got a nice team, man. So they could still win the whole thing. And it's the worst matchup for the Knicks is the Milwaukee Bucks. So, you know, let's get past Cleveland first and we'll deal with that. But the fact that the Knicks are in the playoffs, not the play-in, the playoffs. The fact that they finished the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference. The fact that they didn't trade all of their assets for Donovan Mitchell. This is a huge, successful season for Tom Thibodeau. No, we're not firing him. I told you in the beginning, he's going to play. He's going to coach out his contract. Okay? He's not being fired. And so get over it. The Knicks are doing very well right now. So if they happen to be able to win, as I predict, to beat Cleveland in 6 games, it's a wildly successful season. Very successful. And they will go into next season probably predicted to be top 4 or 5 in the East because, like I said, you bring back the same team and they're going to win 50 games next year. I think they're going to be losing Obi, though. Like I said, I don't know. And y'all focus on what we get back. I'm sorry. I don't give a crap. I mean, really. If we could get back Jeremy Grant, I'll be happy about it. Bittersweet. But there's very few players you're going to tell me we could get back that I'm going to be happy with losing to Obi Toppin. Okay, I'm not happy. We drafted him. He's a New York kid. He's starting to show out. His talent is flourishing. I feel like he has all-star talent in my view. And so it's going to be a tough loss. It'll be a tough summer for me. I'll be excited because I'm a Knicks fan. And basically, I think Grant is about the only player you can give me to make me happy, you know, losing an Obi. I don't believe Miami's gonna give up Jimmy Butler for him. You know, that would make me happy, but that ain't gonna happen. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. So you know what I'm saying. So I don't know what they could get. Draft capital would be the thing to me, and a real backup power forward, like a roughneck backup power forward, veteran dude, to back up Julius. That's it. You know. I don't know what else. Like, you know, a roughneck dude like what's that cat on Philadelphia, man? roughneck, a dude you don't want to meet tonight. PJ Tucker, somebody like that. Some roughneck dude you could bring in behind Juju, you know. But I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna get. I hope they don't trade him, man. I really hope they don't. Honestly, like I said, if you telling me you got to trade RJ or Obi, I'm trading RJ. That's how I feel about it. If you telling me you got to trade one of them to make room, I'm saying good luck, RJ. Obi, you started at 3. That's how I do it. But that's just me. I don't think the Knicks are going to do that. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful Monday.